What's up, Jack?
Not much, Nuke. What's up with you?
Nothing much. So we're gonna talk today about holiday loneliness and also how to win during, basically how to deal with the holidays through the lens of Rule Zero, which, as you know, is more sexual power and options for men and a positive male identity. That's a lot because a lot of things happen during the holidays. We have meeting up with family you don't like. Uh, a lot, meeting up with family that you like a lot, meeting not being able to meet up with family and then being mad at you because you couldn't make it and all that stuff. We have lonely women, women that are angrier than ever that they're single, and
Mm,
you're gonna see that online. So many things, right? Because the holidays expose a part of us humans, is our egos and our inability to deal with our own problems, right? So women will go online and men and say this, and that. I'm like, you're not invited to Thanksgiving this year. Maybe fix your own problems in your life. Like you're telling men, grown men, how to go about their life, but you don't got a man to take Thanksgiving. So you know what I'm saying?
And of course, we cannot forget that unfortunately, the rate of men um, taking themselves, and forgive my rude description of this, but we have to deal with YouTube terms of service. Men taking themselves out of the equation, so to say, is an absolute high during the holidays. It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate. And for anybody listening who's going through the more darker days of the season, you are not alone.
Yeah, and we'll talk about health too. Like, hey, if you're in the US, you're gonna get less light. You're gonna be inside more because it's colder. You have to fight against that, right? You have to still meet up with people, say hello. You have to enjoy the holiday. You're not above holiday cheer. If you do celebrate, you're not above it. Don't be a Grinch. And you're gonna get if you do get sad, own it. That's life. Part of being a human is that you're gonna get sad sometimes and you're gonna feel lonely. That's just part of the experience. You don't get to not feel icky feelings, all the time.
I think
So
that's a
yeah,
big one. Yeah, I think you're right with that. It's a big one for men, especially where they don't allow themselves to feel sad. I'm
yeah,
not gonna throw a pity party here. I absolutely will not. So I'm gonna keep it vague. Um, when I went through things, I allowed myself to go through them. There was no like, oh, real men don't, or as a man, or I need to. No, I accepted it. I feel X, Y, and Z right now. I will feel it. I will express it. Now, I was smart about it where I was like, you know what? I will make sure I will, quote unquote, bother no one with these emotions. I will isolate myself and I will go through them. I didn't push them away, which what a lot of men do. Instead of pushing them away, I just let it go. Just let everything go. Felt no shame, felt no pressure, no obligation whatsoever, other than I am going through this right now, and let it all out by myself.
yeah,
And not gonna lie, that helped me so much more cope with anything that came after because you accept that you have grief, sadness, loss, loneliness. You just accept that. And the sooner you accept all of that, the better you can work with it.
yeah. Um, you're not, yeah, exactly. You're not above your emotions, right? A lot of men, we're egotistical creatures. We're logical, we're rational, but we're also egotistical. We feel bad because we feel bad because we feel bad. Like I'm not supposed to feel. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's okay. What the difference is here is that how you deal with them and how you go, how you. One of the best things you can do, right, as a man, is give yourself time to process your emotions because one problem I had, I'll speak for myself, is that I never give myself enough time to like realize what happened. Like in the moment, you don't have the option, right? You're whatever happened. Like for example, if you, God forbid, you get into a car accident. I always compare the two genders with what happens during a car accident. God forbid, right? When a woman gets into a car accident, she'll wake up, she'll cry, she'll scream, ask for help, and a guy will come in and pull her out of the wreck, and or someone will come and help her, and all that stuff. When a guy gets into an accident, he wakes up, he checks his legs, checks his body, checks the car, slowly gets out of the vehicle, gets his footing, and then that night the girl will start making calls and telling people and start, slowly coming to action and coming to. She already got her emotions out the way in the moment because women are allowed to crash out immediately when something bad because they're a woman. As a man, you don't. You have to take action. You have to look around and be like, "Hey, I got to get out of this wreck. Is it on fire?" But that night, the night after the accident, and you're there alone, and maybe your legs hurt, your back hurts, or something, you're allowed to be like, "Man, that really sucked. I don't know what's going on in my life." You're allowed to alone in your apartment and feel it. That's what I'm saying, guys. It's not that you become an emotional wreck. It's that, hey, you choose a time that is correct. Maybe not in public, maybe not in front of your girlfriend, maybe not when your friends are having a good time. If you need someone there, hey, dude, I need to talk. You come over in private that you trust, and you just let it all out, man. And that's the right way, right? It's not going on Twitter and being like, guys, I'm sad or blah blah blah. It's not calling people that don't like you that much. It's not calling your girlfriend. You're not your girlfriend isn't your therapist, guys. And she is. Don't give her more jobs. And you tell her how you feel, and you tell her like, I'm dealing with this, and that's it. That's all. Hey, honey, what's wrong? You look kind of like off. I'm like, hey, I had this situation. I'm just processing. It'll be okay. Just give me some time. Boom.
Mhm.
And that's all you need, and she'll love you more for it.
Yeah,
So,
she's gonna try and be supportive in her way, as women always tend to do, but just don't bother her with it. For lack of better term,
mhm.
don't put it on her. I think that's a better way of phrasing it.
Right.
Don't put it on her. I know a lot of like people will go, then why is she there for? Look, it's just very simple. Women's innate biology want to know a man can take care of her. And the more he cracks down emotionally in front of her, the more insecure she's going to be about his capability to be able to take care of her. That's why, in general, Nuke and I and other men in this space say don't use your woman as an emotional tampon because it will absolutely backfire. That's what your homies are for. Like, and not in groups or whatever. Just call one, ask him if he's got time, meet up, and just go for it.
Yeah. So yeah, we covered loneliness. And because the holidays almost feel, at least for women, it's a report card for interpersonal relationships. That's
Mhm.
what the holidays feels like, right? So if you've been mad at your brother or your father all year, and then things start slowing down, you're getting more time off work, you have more time to like do things, right? So you have more time to think and overthink. You're gonna start thinking about all this, all these relationships, the ones that you failed and all that stuff, and it's gonna start to weigh on you because you didn't throughout the year. You're just like, it happens, whatever. We had a fight, and then now that everything is slowing down, things are getting colder. You're spending less time outside. You're starting to feel that weight of like every past decision you made this year. Um, so you don't want to end up like Lieutenant Dan on. I don't know if you guys watch Forrest Gump. Remember Lieutenant Dan on New Year's, where he's just sad, broken in a wheelchair, and Forrest Gump's like, I don't know what happened. He's just out of it and all that stuff, whatever. I would play the clip, but I don't want to get. I would probably get demonetized instantly. But yeah, guys, you're not above it. You're gonna feel lonely. Like you're gonna feel lonely if you may very well. But at the same time, guys, look at it like this: if you are lonely, if you can't get a nice girl to spend the holidays with that's hot or whatever, just know that there are men who have kids, family, have everything that you think you want, and they're gonna be on the 24th waking up early to get shit ready, doing this, jumping around, while their wife nags them and the kids say, "Dad, gifts, whatever, blah blah blah," and they're gonna look at you, and all their wish is that they could just turn on their PS5 or their computer, their laptop, play some video games at 8 a.m. on Christmas or Christmas Eve, and have that time away from their family because it's just that stressful. So think about like that. You love your family, but one day you're going to look back at these lonely days and be like, man, those are some good days. All I had to worry about was myself. So think
I
about
rem
that, guys.
I remember I had a coworker and I asked him like, "Hey, any fun plans for the holidays?" And he looked at me. He's like, "Well, describe fun." I'm like, "What's wrong?" He's like, enforced in-laws." It's like, "Oh, dude,
Yeah.
what?" And he was just
Mhm.
so he was not looking forward to the holidays and he was almost like depressed about them. I'm like, "Wow." that's also not a situation I want to be in where I'm surrounded by people and still feel alone. That to me is hell.
That's probably what it feels like to be most married men. Not that, I'm not digging on marriage, but when you built your whole life on making other people happy and not making yourself happy, or at least trying to find some level of, when you put yourself last, set yourself on fire to keep others warm,
Mhm.
um, you tend to end up in that situation where everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Yay, Christmas! Hey, thanks, Dad, for the gifts. Thanks, Dad, for you being here." And you're just like, "I just want to go out back and be alone for a week. I'm just exhausted." And if you do that, everyone's gonna be like, "Well, Dad is selfish." And I'm like, "Yeah, but he needs to do these things." Like women and children understand how much alone time men need away from them, but we
Yeah.
get told we're hateful or selfish or stuff.
I had a friend who was going through a lot with his daughter, and he was sitting here, and he's like, "Jack, I just wish I could disappear to an unknown island for 3 weeks." I'm like, "I get you." He's like, "You're the first person who actually tells me that he gets it." Like, what do you mean? He's like, "A majority of the people who I say that to immediately jump to conclusions that I hate my wife." It's like, Jesus. I mean, that's how bad it is, that a majority that men just can't find anybody who will just sit there and listen and just fog them, because that's all I did. Where it's like, yeah, no, I understand, and that's just a normal, basic conversation technique. And his eyes just lit up like, finally, somebody who doesn't shame me, somebody who doesn't try to correct me, somebody who
Mhm.
doesn't try to show me the good of the situation I'm at. Somebody who just tells me, "I get it," which is so
Yeah.
rare for a man who just wants his alone time.
Yeah, so that's another thing about the holidays. So we covered loneliness. Now we covered like the opposite side where everyone's like, "Hey, we need to do this." Like, understand, guys, that I'm gonna speak for American women. Maybe Jack, you could tell me about European women, but in
Mhm.
America, the Christmas and the holidays is a time where women are just like show off their status via relationship to other women and family and all that stuff. So they're gonna ask you, they may ask you, let's send out cards with our faces, let's do a photo shoot, let's go to the pumpkin patch, let's do this, let's do that, blah blah blah. And then just the list goes on. Because remember, men are just status objects to women, so they're going to use us to flex on other women that they got status of being of a boyfriend, right? So they're going to constantly tell you and make you do things on the weekends where you maybe want to relax, or maybe you need to sleep in more, maybe you want to do your hobbies. So that's another thing, guys. It's going to ramp up more because this is the time of year where women relentlessly want to show off their boyfriend, to flex on their friends. It's kind of cruel because most of their friends are probably sad and alone, even more alone. But yeah, so this is a big test. This is you're gonna see a lot of like female behavior on steroids in the holidays because it's a wound that is open, and then women and men like to press on it so much. So
It
yeah,
is
f
either
that pumpkin patch.
yeah, it's either flexing of what they have, or it is the projecting of what they have not. "Look at me, I'm happy. Look at me, I'm great. Look at me. Look at me. Notice me. I'm great." And then meanwhile, behind the scenes, they're absolutely miserable. And I
Mm.
mean, you and I have done this for a while now, and we have met plenty of people who, in front of the camera, everything seems great and wonderful, and it's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's the
And then
most wonderful
wonderful
time
time.
of the year. Yeah.
Exactly. I knew you'd get that one. And then the cameras turn off, and then they are hit with reality of whether it be, because I don't like this one either. The opposite of there was something on Twitter I saw, this girl who was like, "Oh, 30 plus and single. Here's my waking up in the morning whenever I want. Here's my day drinking whenever I want.
Yeah.
Here's my reading a book." It's like, honey, I've been a bachelor for a while now. I don't need the internet to tell me how great it is. Then I can wake up whenever I want, drink whenever I want, have a Coke whenever I want, eat pizza whenever I want, and play video games whenever I want. You know why I don't need the internet for that? because
Right.
I already know it's great. And when I saw that video, all I saw was projection, where it's like,
Mhm.
you need to tell the internet they're jealous of you. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
just don't feel great about the decisions you made. You need the validation of strangers who you will never met to tell you you made the right decision by either getting angry at you or being happy for you. And you're thriving on the anger. I know they will because there was some comedian with a very large forehead who did the same thing.
Mhm.
41 or something. You remember her? She had a huge, bigger than mine, even. Wow. That's saying something. She did the same thing where it's like the validation seeking behavior of decisions she made. And the more angry people got, the more she was like, oh, I know I made the right choice because I'm pissing people off, yeah, like you. Where it's like, yeah. You'd almost pity them, but mm,
Yeah, another thing about the holidays is you're gonna see a lot of, female behavior. It's gonna be exposed, right? And not the whole being hoes thing. We love hoes, right? Um, but it's more of the in a relationship, how toxic women can be within a relationship. And I'm telling you, like, it can get pretty heavy. Women have their expectations ramp up. A lot of men have holiday a lot of relationships end during the holidays because of women's inability to just chill, to just enjoy it. Like they need the perfect gift, they need the perfect vacation, they need their parents here. It's just like a wedding. They become bridezillas, but instead of a wedding, it's like Christmas and Thanksgiving, right? So, um, yeah, it just becomes one of those things where y- you know the beta buck side of hypergamy is going to really wear on men because there was a holiday where she just showed up on the 24th and banged a guy. And now you're the guy that has to carry the tree, do all this labor, all that stuff to enjoy Christmas. And you haven't thought, hey, Christmas is also about chilling out and being thankful for what you have. Maybe going to church if you believe in God and watching that 1 hour sermon. It's not about trying to have a perfect image for people that don't care about you anyway.
it's
You know?
about, for me, it was always about sharing food with the people I cared about most.
Yeah. And the
Didn't
thing is, a lot of
care
these
what
women
was
don't
on
even know how to cook.
TV. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't even
Like,
care what people were wearing. I didn't care what people were watching. It's like, no, here's food, and we're gonna share it, and we're gonna enjoy it. I don't even care what the food was. There's times I ordered pizza with my dad, and we watched Dark Knight.
mhm.
It was one of those Christmases.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So, pay attention to that. Uh, Another thing I wanted to hit on was dating, right? We talked about relationships, loneliness, and all that stuff. Dating, during the holidays. It's the easiest time of year to date, at least in America. How is it in
So I
Dutchland, Netherlands?
from Deutschland.
Yeah, I say that
I
to
have
mess with
heard
people.
I have heard about cuffing season ever since I started this red pill thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I have never experienced it in the Netherlands in all my years of online dating. It was always like right before, like November was okay, and then maybe the first week of December, but after that, it just went down. And you
Mhm.
gotta remember that we in the Netherlands don't have holidays during November. We don't.
Ah, okay. So it doesn't compound like the here in the United
Yeah,
States.
exactly. Our holidays start in December. We've got the 5th, which is Sinterklaas. And I will never forget Celine, who I picked up on Sinterklaas Day. And she
Mhm.
was already like riding me in the car almost. That was great. But during Christmas and things like that, no. Even during New Year's, nope. It's just the online dating apps were dead
Okay.
during that time in Europe, at least. At least from my experience in the Netherlands, and this was during a time where the golden age of Tinder, I always say. I paid for it, I had great photos, stuff like that. I was still in my younger
Mhm.
years of 28. But
Mhm.
no, the cuffing season thing, never experienced it.
Yeah. Here in America, because of like Halloween and then Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then everything's commercialized here much more than other places. And then women and their obsession with status and all that stuff. So it becomes really heavy. But I would say that the holidays make women incredibly horny here in the United States. Like it's pretty ridiculous. Like the easiest day of the year to get laid is the 24th of December.
Hmm.
It is like it. They can't. Forward Playboy talks about it all the time too. It's just women will meet you on the 20th or match with you on the 23rd. You could be like, hey, let's watch Christmas movies on the 24th because women are lonely, right? And when women are lonely or feel like failures in the romantic life, which is what Christmas and Thanksgiving makes them feel like, because all their friends are posting their relationships and going to pumpkin patches and all that stuff. They will show up to your house and be like, I'm here. And then you get to pretend boyfriend for a day. Right. So, guys, fire up your dating apps. I know they're not so hot right now. Try to get some good pictures. Take a day, take 4 hours to take pictures of yourself outside. Tell your friends to take pictures of you. Give a shit, right? And you may find a chick to spend the holidays with just to have fun. A holiday hookup. Holiday hookups are the best. And who knows? She may end up being cool enough to date, seriously, right?
Hmm.
Because remember, th- it's cyclical. Women's dating is cyclical, right? We have the wall and what do you call it, the epiphany phase and all that shit.
Hmm.
We also have cuffing season. We have we have
Spring,
hot girl
summer.
summer. Yeah, we have spring break. Spring break is where girls who failed to get everything they wanted during the holidays go to like unload all of that loneliness, right? Because spring break is what, like 3 weeks after Valentine's Day.
I have one more thing on my bucket list. I finally found it. I want to experience spring break in Florida. That's what I want to do.
No, it's disgusting. It's probably not as good as it used to be of because I've seen it. It got really ghetto.
Oh, no, I don't
Yeah,
like.
I think if you want to do spring break, I think Mexico's better. But don't take my word for it. Ask somebody who's been to Florida. I think
And like
because
I'm not talking Miami. I'm like Alabama kind of Florida, like south of Florida.
like
And
all the
I
hot blondes are being crazy. It's
sir,
pretty good.
of course.
It's pretty good in Texas too, in Galveston and all that stuff. South Padre Island.
Hmm.
Yeah, spring break in the early '90s. That's where they did all the videos of like Girls Gone Wild.
Well, I was just about to say Girls Gone Wild. Do you know what the British version is?
No, what is it?
Birds Gone Betty.
No way. That's the most British thing I've heard in a long time.
Absolute cringe, but that's what it's called. No, like something like that. Spring break in like Texas or Florida, whatever. I would love to go there. Now, first of all, before I go there, I need to be in peak physical shape. Like that is the rule. Like peak physical shape, and then just see what happens. Just see
Mhm.
what happens. I wonder if I
Yeah.
can pull it off
I
before
just
Bobby
believe
Cole.
that I just believe that spring break. Listen, America has an obesity problem.
True.
That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's out of control, really. It really is that bad. I know that we say that the competition is thinning itself out, but it's also thinning itself out for women because women just can't stop eating men. Like it's pretty ridiculous. And I think if you're gonna do spring break, you know, um, you have to do it in a place if you're gonna spend all that money, or if you're gonna do vacation, spend your money in somewhere where there's hot chicks, man, because America's just so obese now. It's ridiculous, you know.
I've heard about it. I've looked at where was this? Cambodia. I've looked at that, and I've looked at God, where's Pablo Escobar from again? He's from Colombia. I've looked at Colombia, but Colombia is a little bit like you really want to be safe.
Scammy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's scammy. Girls are scammy there. I don't know. I haven't been, but what I'm saying is like the new edge in dating is finding places where women are in shape because the obesity epidemic is out of control. Everyone has their own, oh, the birth rate, this and science behind it, but no one sends to talk about obesity because you know why? Because anything that paints women in a bad light is immediately ignored or put under or swept under the rug when in terms of intersexual dynamics. Like Dr. Rob Henderson. It's not because of the screen time or blah 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 this blah blah. It's that people are fat. If everyone is fat, right? Here's what happens. Women that are fit don't worry about finding men because there's no dread. Like go to Mexico, your hot girlfriend, if she sends you out to go get her something at the corner store or the gas station, there is a 90% chance the girl at the corner store will be just as hot as her. There is continuous dread all the time. And the Latinas are flirty and very nice and feminine. So it's like your girl's going to be constantly worried about being replaced. But in America, if your girlfriend is just not fat, she'll be like, the last time I saw a hot chick was like 3 days ago. So
Mm.
my boyfriend can go to the corner store because a wildebeest works there, or a Somali guy. You know.
Yeah, and I mean with the whole body positivity movement, Amy Schumer, that's her name, right? Amy Schumer? Yeah.
Hmm.
She disproved that whole movement in one photograph because she always used to be like a huge advocate for it, for the body positivity movement.
Yeah,
And
half her
now
jokes were based on her being fat and
yeah,
you having to
and
accept it.
yep, and now all of a sudden she lost all the weight. I wonder how, by the way. And Lizzo, same thing. And there was another musician who did the same thing, a blonde one. Can't remember her name. But all of a sudden, women are accepting, like, wait, if I don't have to put in the hard work and I can just take this pill, they know, deep down inside, they know I need to be in shape and I need to be thin. And that's why they took that darn pill. And for the love of God, trust me on this one. Ozempic, as soon as it's going to be available to the public, women that they are going on it in droves if it's affordable. And then you're going to have a
Yeah.
whole different problem because Ozempic ain't that clean.
It was never about
Megan
what your
Trainor, let's go.
natural body. Yeah, it was always about it's hard to lose weight. I like sugar. That's all
And
it was.
the
I like sugar and I
world
don't
needs
move.
to, yeah, and the world needs to accept it that, you know what? I might be too lazy, but you're just bigoted. We're not going to talk about me not wanting to put in the work. We're going to talk about how you are not accepting of my curves. Where it's like,
Ozempic made Amy Schumer a 5 out of 10.
yeah,
She went from being completely unsexable to
meh.
if I were to no, like she's still not
It's the
sexable yet.
face. You know, it's like her
Yeah, it's just
face.
she's just unattractive. Yeah,
Yeah, like it
I
has
would
to
say
be her
4 out of
ass.
10.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has to
it's
be her
just
ass because it's showing her face.
maybe if she hit the gym for a year, did some squats and stuff, she'd probably get a 5 out of 10. Right?
I
Really,
don't know.
Ozempic eats away at everything, skeletal system, even not a
Yep.
good move.
Especially
Yeah,
not in the
it's a Faustian.
portions. Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a Faustian
Faustian
deal.
deal. Sorry. Go ahead. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, no, no. We're interrupting each other a bit. That's what happened with a normal human conversation. Don't worry. No, it's especially in the amounts a lot of women are going to take it. It's not going to end well.
Hmm.
It's a shame Kyle isn't here because he did a lot of research on Ozempic. Because, like, of the
Hmm.
personal trainer stuff, I've done not as much as Kyle, but I
Hmm.
know that you're right. It's a Faustian deal. Like, yeah, you will lose the weight, but there's a whole lot of other side effects that come with it. Because, first of all, you're relying on a pill. What do you think is going to happen when they stop taking that pill?
I'll blow up.
They're going to gain it all back, all of it. But then, since it messes with your hormones so much, what do you think is going to happen when they stay on it? It's going to completely mess
I'm
up
gonna
their
get
sex
sick.
drive. Yeah, they're going to
Some
get
yeah.
sick.
There is no solutions. There's only trade offs, right? I forgot who said that, but when it comes to weight loss, it's hard. And if someone gives you a solution that's easy, and they say there's not much downside, then you should take that with precaution. Now, do I understand that some women will just never have the discipline, and it's better for them to be on Ozempic than not? Sure, but understand that when a woman loses weight really fast, there is a lot a lot happens to your body if you don't also put on a little bit of muscle, right? You don't have to, like, and when women hear muscle, they think, like a jacked female bodybuilder. No, I'm talking about like your ass is gonna sag, your tits are gonna sag, your skin is gonna sag. I've been with women that have lost weight, um, a lot, and even if they look good, there's still like that droopiness, like their skin just feels different, right? It's just a little bit droopy. Their tits, they can look good, but it's just you could tell that there's a level of like they're almost wearing a coat that's too big for them sometimes, or some kind of shirt, like because there's all that excess skin. Now, if women are young, they can grow into the elasticity of their skin comes back, but for the most part, like imagine being a big 200 pound, 250 pound girl. You have these massive tits, and then all of a sudden you lose 100 pounds, and now you have and I've seen it. And the guys, the scars from a breast reduction or a breast lift are not pretty. And you can lose feeling in your nipples and in your breasts. It's just better not to get fat in the first place, or at least lose it very slowly, um, at a normal pace, right? It's just Ozempic is probably the best for people that are trying to get that last 10, 20 pounds down or something. I'll try to fit
Yeah.
into a wedding dress. And even then, like what if you get addicted to it? What if you just women have a lot of issues with self-image, and a lot of times they can't see themselves. They have to check in with other people. So, you know, look at
And because
Ariana Grande.
oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah, and because of intra-sexual competition, they're never gonna get an honest answer out of their girlfriends,
Mm-mm.
and they're not gonna listen to guys they're not sleeping with. So
Yeah.
what are they gonna do? Well, they're gonna, like you mentioned, they're gonna end up like Ariana Grande, who used to be pretty hot. Not gonna lie, she was good looking. Now, oh my god, she looks like almost 70. Ugh, it's because of how
Yeah. I
skinny
don't know.
she is. Ooh,
I don't know if it's Hollywood that does it to people or whatever, but for the most part, it's just, you know,
damaging.
yeah. We got a super chat here. We got Daily Melons, please, with $100 Mexican, 100 Mexican pesos. How much is that in dollar? Like $5? Kind of off topic. How do you handle expectations of friends and family where they are being paid to do a job, but at the end they don't perform? I feel like I've been cutting lots of people off lately for this. You know the old saying, man, never mix family and business. Because I mean, I've learned this lesson. A lot of people have learned this lesson. Your family has this thing where they think they're entitled because you share blood, right? Like, oh, they got to get special treatment as employees or as a boss, right? So, um, it's better unless there's certain families that can figure it out working with each other in certain business, but it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of like, hey, I'm an employee first and a family second, and then when I'm home, I'm family and then an employee, and all that stuff. So, um, you have to swallow it and be like, hey, you're an employee.
As
That's
soon as
it.
you walk into that door, I'm in charge and you have to listen. And
Hmm.
if you don't live up to the expectations, you can't be here. It's that
Yeah,
simple.
and
It sounds
and it
crass, it
break.
sounds rude,
Yeah, go
but at
ahead.
the
Sorry.
but at the end of the day, money's got to be made. It's that simple.
Yeah. Um, and also think of your other employees too. Like, if have you ever worked at a job where someone's wife or girlfriend also worked there? How do they treat each other? It was disgusting. You're just like pissed off because you're like, wow, you know, like I wish I got special treatment like that. So, um, you owe it to your employees, you owe it to yourself, and you owe it to your family, and to just drop the hammer and realize that, hey, maybe it's best not to mix family and business because most people cannot separate the two, right? They're family all the time. So,
It's even a
yeah.
law of power. Always put more trust in enemies than in friends. And
Hmm.
it took me
Yeah.
a long time to understand that one, where I was like, wait, what does he mean? But what it comes down to is people rely too much on friends and family because, of course, they're going to perform. They're my friend. They're my family. Yeah, but a lot of people, they take it for granted where it's like, he's my friend. He's going to cut me some slack. He's my dad. He's going to cut me some slack. That's why you can better trust in people you don't know than in people you know. Like, take the whole enemy thing with a grain of salt.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, what was another thing? Uh, yeah, that's all I have on that. Thanks for the $100 Mexican. We got a $5 from Alex Patino. You would think that if a woman is banging with you, she would listen to your opinions. Sleeping together is the ultimate proof of physical attraction. Yeah. This is an important thing. The medium is a message, guys. I've had women grab my junk in public and nothing happened. I've had women come up to me and say, "Hey, you look like this
Not even,
celebrity,"
not
and
even a
laugh and
feeling.
get, huh? What?
Nothing happened. Not even a feeling down there. You wouldn't, not even a little
No, it
bit
was just
aroused.
like maybe she got dared, maybe she was drunk. I don't know. I've had women come up to me and look at me and be like, "You look like this celebrity," and giggle and walk away. And then I talk to them. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're here with somebody, whatever." Right? I had women that gave me a scowl all night. I've had women that I've worked with that, I wasn't allowed to talk to and hated me. I slept with those last 2 aforementioned, and it was a pretty easy lay. It was like they drove an hour in the middle of the night to come hook up, whereas the other girls, they just wanted to be chased. They wanted attention and validation from men, right? So at the end of the day, it's shit or get off the pot. And that's what I say, when an ex hits you up, shit or get off the pot. When a girl starts liking your stories, shit or get off the pot. When a girl starts talking to you, sending you paragraphs or, "Hey, what's your opinion on this?" Like, you invite her out on a date. And if it's a girl you banged and she, like, stopped talking to you for a while, and then she came back into the fold, invite her back to your place. You don't got time, right? And, people are like, "Save yourself for marriage, save yourself for this, wait, make a man wait." Like, how do I know, um, you like me? I wanna know you like me, and in this day and age, the only way to know is if you have sex within 3 dates, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Then
oh, there you
and
go, like,
even
it's an invite to simp, there you go.
and even if she doesn't, how do I phrase this? Even if she doesn't want to sleep with you, but she like keeps banging on that she likes you, why would you want to deal with that? Where there's plenty of women who put out for less. Like that is the dating market women created. Like, oh, how can I get a man without sleeping with him? I'm sorry, honey. Look at your sisters, because thanks to them, you can't.
Yeah. Look at your
I,
female friend, they're giving it out for free, and the thing is, it's not that we like, they think that men are the ones doing this, I'm like, "No, we kinda just do what women say they want," right? We are a product of what women's desires, Brieffoot's law, right? So, if I show up on a date and I give a girl a nice gift or flowers, she is not gonna have sex with me. But if I show up on a date and I invite a girl back to my place and boldly do it and take off her clothes and she rewards me over and over years, then I'm going to think that's what I have to do to get laid. Women are the ones that set the tone, that set the rules. We just play the game. That's it.
we are what women made us.
No.
It's literally what's going on right now. We are what women made us. You're misogynistic players. Look at your sisters. They responded positively from certain behaviors that we portrayed. And
Yeah.
now we're here.
And I've there was one time where a girl, she would send me nudes on Snapchat every 3 or 4 days. And to guys, that's like a win. Like, I'm such, I got this girl. I'm like, she's not coming over. She's not she's not accepting date invites. I've had women that I've slept with that send me nudes and even videos. And I'm like, well, okay, well, let's meet up this day. And they're like, sorry, I can't. I got this going on. I'm like, there you go. Like, women will literally show you the inside of their vagina in a video and moan your name on a clip. And then when you invite them out, be like, oh, sorry, I can't. I got something going on that day.
Because they love the attention more. Yeah, I had a couple of
Yeah.
those. Like, Snapchat me every day. Had a nice pair. Yeah. But it's like, okay, when are you free to get together? When are you free to get together? Oh, I don't know. And if should we do this? Okay, bye. And I just ignored her. And
Yeah.
then she started sending videos again. And they were cool. It's like, when are you free to get together? Oh, you know what I think about that. Okay, bye. And then she got
Mhm.
pissed. And it's like, well, shit or get off the pot.
And
That's
this
it.
is one of those things that a lot of men struggle with because they just cannot accept that if a woman's not trying to meet them and have sex with them, she doesn't care. I don't care if she worships you, follows you, says that you're the coolest guy, sends you titty pics every other day. I don't care what that is. If she is not in front of you, she does not like you. And men need to understand that no matter
Mm.
what. If she is not trying to see you naked, she doesn't like you. Bottom line, period. There is no, well, what if I do this? But no, if I just keep sexting her, no, like jumbotron rule. I don't care if a girl's like before a date showing you her tits, you'd be like, okay, see you at 8. That's it. don't, like women are like that. They love the attention. So look what women do for clout, man. Have you seen guys, you should be as concerned with women and clout as you were with COVID. I'm telling you that now. You should be concerned because I've seen in my real life and online what women will do for clout. And I'm telling you, it's scary. It's like I don't want to be in the blast radius. And I've been close or in the blast radius of what women will do for clout. And I'm telling you, it's I
No.
there should be more essays on this. I'm gonna start writing essays on this because it's just one of those blind spots that we haven't talked
Go
about yet. But
go to
anyway,
Twitch. I just retweeted another one of those videos of like Neon or whatever. And this is some scrawny Indian Twitch streamer who just has a lot of videos. And these women are throwing themselves at him. For what? To get on that camera. He was already scammed for I don't know how many dollars. These women are openly using him for clout, but just the way they're doing it so shamefully. And it's all because of that camera. It, guys, I'm not even kidding. If clout is crack cocaine for women, pretend you're a streamer at Comic Con. Guaranteed.
that's what
Guaranteed.
I did. I just walked around with a camera in front of me. Nothing I looked like a dork. I looked rough. I had glasses on, and a
Mhm.
girl came up to me and was like, "Hey," and just said hi. And I'm like, "Holy shit, this is kind of scary." Anyways, let's get this. Todd M with the $10. You said something during the Late Like a Warlord show about how you may need to power through the initial shit tests and walls. How can I better calibrate actual disinterest versus test so I don't waste my time? Okay, so I don't know if I hit on this, may I've forgotten, but right now, Todd, we live in a world, or at least in an era or generation, whether it be Gen Z or younger millennials, where no one really is good at has the social skills because we live online a lot. So I'll say this. The reason I always say think of the most likable people you know and try to be like them or figure out what made them likable and try to get people to like you outside of a romantic context or sexual one is because this is like a don't eat paint warning, right? Because if you suck with people in general and can't read an obvious sign of, hey, this person doesn't want me to be in front of them, then this shit is bad advice. But if you're a guy that can hold a quick conversation in an elevator, who people generally like, has good relationships with people and strangers and friends and all that stuff, this is gold advice. You see what I'm saying? So I would focus on this. Challenge yourself to like, hey, make people feel good and laugh and open up to you and all that stuff. And then more game advice is gonna get more game advice opens up to being better. Because if you're a guy that's like weird and never goes out to talk to people, is kind of autistic and all that stuff, and you go out and you just stare at a girl while she's saying like looking uncomfortable and she's starting to flush red and she's looking around for help and all that stuff, then yeah, this is not good advice. Jack, your take?
How can I better calibrate actual disinterest versus test so I don't waste my time? You treat them the same. You treat them aloof. You treat them cocky funny. You treat them with outrageous confidence. And then she will tell you which of the two it is, either actual disinterest or she was shit testing you, because neither of them will phase you. At a certain point, shit tests don't exist. And then it's all up to her, because if she's disinterested, she will leave. If she's shit testing you, she's going to stay. So you treat them both the same, with complete aloofness and cocky funny. It's all a joke. Everything.
And we got Bob Ross in the chat. What's up?
That's
What's up, Bob Ross? Yeah, so I think what it's trying to say is that women will appear really bitchy or uninterested. And I've had situations where women come to tell me later on, like, "Hey, the reason I didn't talk to you at first is because you seemed mad or mean or just like you didn't it seemed that didn't like me." And I'm like, "Well, I got the same from you." They're like, "No, I kind of liked you. I just you," and I'm like, "Oh, there's the like a warlord stuff coming into play. When women feel like they're not good enough for you or they feel intimidated by you, they will act bitchy like whatever, but deep down they're just like, "Why doesn't he talk to me? What's wrong? What's wrong with me? I better put up a wall because I don't want him to think," you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, and you need kind of like a little bit of advanced social skills to see it. But once you see it, you'll realize that most women are insecure wrecks, no matter how much makeup they put. Guys, literally, I just said Sydney Sweeney wasn't perfect, and she posted like 90% of her tits 3 days later. Like she was a wreck for probably 3 days. Imagine dating Sydney Sweeney and she's like, "Hey, I gotta hold the camera like this" to her boyfriend. He's like, "What?" You're like, "How many times do I have to have sex with you to show you that you're hot?" "I don't care. This is for the internet."
This
That's
brown
women.
guy on the internet told me I was obtainable. I must show
That
him.
that should have been you guys's like um that should have been your guys's like lesson right there, where women are so insecure, even women that are seen as worldwide sex symbols can still go on the internet, see a semi-viral, if not viral post about them not being perfect, not ugly, just not perfect, and still feel the need to prove to the world, not none of my tits can help it, and do that. You see what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
think of it like that, and think of it, the women. Most women aren't sex symbols. Most women are incredibly secure, and you know that
Mhm.
this is why it's important to have this mentality. So,
No, no, pretty much. Pretty much. It's and I once said there is no shit test, and a lot of people don't understand what I mean by it. And what I mean by it is that at a certain point, it all just like mushes together. It's just this is just women. And you don't differentiate between shit test or comfort test or whatever. It's just that's just women. And you just roll with it. It's like water off a duck's back, and nothing phases you, and just you just look at her like the happy little void she is, and whether she stays or goes, you stay the same. Happy to have her, happy to have had her, and then life moves
mhm,
on. And
yeah,
weirdly enough, that's
uh,
when they keep staying.
correct. But these are good super chats. I like these questions. Let me see if there's any good messages. Yeah, medium is a message. Guys, the basics are there for a reason. There's a reason we keep going back to these essays, posts, concepts. It's because they work, and men want a lot of times want to come up with their own. But my situation is different. It's not. You know why we're talking about holiday loneliness? It's because everybody feels kind of lonely during the holidays sometimes, right? You may be right now surrounded by people. There's like, no, I got plenty of people, right? But there's just for me, there was one day where I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna spend Christmas Eve alone. This is weird." And then I turned on my PS5 and I played PlayStation. I'm like, "This is actually pretty awesome." Because in my mind, I thought I should be doing Christmas stuff. But then as a man, think about it. Do you like Christmas stuff? Do you truly? You know? Maybe your wife does. Maybe your kids do. But do you? Not really. You
I'm
probably
not
do
gonna
it for them,
I'm not
you
gonna
know?
lie. I do love The Muppets Christmas Carol. I love that movie.
I like you know what I actually like too? I like Christmas movies, but that don't have to do with relationships. Like, like I saw a Christmas movie where this dude rode on a train every day and no one ever said hi to each other. And he was determined to make everyone friends on that morning train he took to work every day. So he did things to like, he hosted a get together with everyone that rode that particular train
Mhm.
to work. And there's it was like a hero's journey. There's ups and downs, and he gave up and all that stuff. Yeah, there's like a little love story in there too. But then at the end, he got everyone together for that party, and everyone thanked them for bringing them together. I'm like, wow, I like that kind of shit. I just don't like the whole girl leaves city, meets lumberjack guy, and cheats, and
No,
then
no. It's
the
like I said,
boyfriend's always an asshole. Yeah,
The Muppets Christmas Carol. I don't know, I just love that film. Just love it. It's great. And, the Scrooge McDuck version of A Christmas Carol is also pretty good, but that's pure nostalgia for me. And other than A Christmas Carol, um, God, what is a good Christmas movie? I don't know, actually. Um, I'm not gonna say Die Hard, guys. I'm not gonna say Die Hard.
yeah, that's boomer. That's what boomers say.
Uh,
Boomer and Gen X love saying that. We
yeah,
get
it's like,
it.
"Oh,
Die
Die
Hard's a
Hard,
Christmas movie.
we get it, we get it." Home Alone.
What
Oh, I
about
haven't seen Home Alone in ages.
what about a Christmas game?
Which one is that?
Arkham City, I think, is a Christmas game. Arkham City or Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham City,
Oh,
Christmas
okay.
game.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, I mean, why not? I get
Ah.
Gremlins. Gremlins 1, Christmas film.
Home Alone 2 is my favorite Christmas movie. I used to watch it with my mom. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah. Matter of
Nice.
fact, I might get her Does my mom still have a DVD player?
Probably, maybe.
Next time I see my mom, I'm gonna watch it. She's Jehovah's Witness, so she doesn't celebrate Christmas, but she loves Home Alone too. It's her favorite movie, and it's my favorite Christmas movie because
Is that the one with
it's
Donald?
yeah, the it's up this hall and to the left, where everyone says
Yep.
Reddit is up the hall to the left.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the thing is with that movie, it's just it's one of those movies where it just didn't feel like it had an agenda.
Yeah.
It was just fun, crazy family fun. You know those crazy family fun. Now everything feels like super what do you call it? Like preachy and everything has a message. It did have a message at the end when the kid was scared of that girl with the pigeons and the
Mhm.
girl with the pigeons had one of the best most mature back and forths. I forgot Kevin was the character, the little boy,
Yep.
and the girl. First off, the girl was younger than I am now. I think she was like 30, but in the 90s 30 was really old for women. So
Yep.
there's that. I wish I could play it, but I get a copyright strike. But then he befriends her, right? He was scared of her and he befriends her and he says like why are you like this? Why are you in this park? And they're like, "Oh, I used to be in love. I used to have love in my life and then I got my heart broken, so I don't really, celebrate holidays or anything like that." And then the boy goes on to say, "Hey, you got to give yourself a chance. Just you can't live in the past." Like this wisdom from Kevin, right? And it's like preachy, but it's not like like imagine you watching a whole movie that's just zany, kooky family fun, and at
Mhm.
the end you get hit with something that you weren't expecting, but that also is gender neutral, kind of like, hey, it's the holidays, and you're spending time thinking about a past love or relationship that didn't work out, and this is why I wanted to tie it into today's show,
Mhm.
right? Was that this conversation between Kevin and the pigeon woman is really a red pill conversation because he's telling her, "Hey, you're living in the past. You can't. You got to move on, right? You made your identity being a heartbroken woman, and if you swap the genders on that, it still makes sense. Like it's a gender neutral concept. So a lot of people use the holidays as their time to like, hey, I'm unlovable. I'm a heartbroken person. This is what I'm supposed to be, and it's interesting that in the 90s, movies like this kind of like address that, where now it's like women are perfect. And it's just like, okay, like, is there
Yeah,
anything
and
else?
that's it.
Yeah.
And that's it. No, it's like timeless wisdom. Just timeless
Yeah.
wisdom.
Yeah.
That's even like, It's the Most Wonderful Life. No, It's a Wonderful Life. Like, same thing, just like a little bit of the timeless wisdom. And let's say you are alone these holidays. As I
Mhm.
mentioned, like at the start of the show, first of all, like you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there who are absolutely like dying to be with somebody on Christmas. And I get it, and it can be very lonely.
Mhm.
But it's especially like the dark days, December and things like that. But this doesn't mean that you have to suffer through this. You can
Mhm.
make a great day out of it for yourself. We just mentioned a whole bunch of Christmas films you could watch. You can eat whatever you want on those days. You can like if you maybe you don't want to spend it with family, maybe you want to spend it with friends and swallow your pride. This is something that
Mhm.
happened to me when I was younger. We didn't celebrate a lot of Christmas, and mom had just passed away for a couple of years. And I had one friend who invited me over for Christmas, and I remember at first not wanting to do it because I was too proud or something. Where it's like, no, I don't need to go there. They're just doing it so I'm not lonely. Where it's like, yeah, that's the point. That's the point. That
Yeah.
is exactly why they're inviting you because they care enough about you so that you're not lonely. Now go, you
Yeah.
dumb moron.
And that's really what's with this conversation. I pulled it up. I'll put it in the chat, right? I put it in the chat here. Or I did. Um, where the woman says, "Hey, I'm just afraid of getting my heart broken again." So she like dudes in this like weird thing, and she's with her pigeons, right? Which is an allegory or a parallel to women with dogs, women with or men with whatever their sedations, right? Where we're running away from things, right? And it may not be a relationship, it just may be people, maybe your family, whatever. Now, if your families suck, yeah, they suck. There's nothing you can do about that. You may not want to spend time with them. But then like, it's like not Richie Rich, Kevin goes on to say, I understand that I had a really nice pair of rollerblades. I was afraid if I wore them, I wrecked them, so I kept them in a box. And then he says, do you know what happened? And the lady says, no, I outgrew them. I never wore them outside, only in my room a few times. And what he's trying to say is that the holidays are a good experience for a lot of shitty experience, right? But if you keep running away from the good things in life and the things that could be turn out positive for you, then they're gonna pass you by, and you're gonna look at the holidays and you're like, man, I was at a holiday party and girls were horny, but I was brooding so much and thinking about how like my girlfriend left me last year, or my, sadly a parent passed away or a brother or something, that I wasn't able to just have some fun, right? And what is rule zero if not having fun in spite of the bullshit hand we were dealt as men, which isn't so bad because we could be in a ditch right now dying in war or married to a fat woman. That's what these 1950 bros like. Women weren't like, imagine like you were married to a fat chick that was bitchy and you can't leave. Do you really think that's a win? Do you think that's the best? Like, I want to be able to leave and my wife sucks. I really do. I don't know about you, Jack.
Like,
I want to be able to walk away.
I remember the talks about defeating feminism. Guys, we won. The enemy thought they won, and they got everything they wanted. But you know who got the best out of it? Men. We're free.
Yeah,
We can do whatever we want.
you
And
just
yes,
you
sometimes
just
it
gotta
gets
lift little
lonely.
weights.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
sometimes it gets lonely, but in their loneliness lies opportunity. It's like there's two ways you can view it this. I have nobody to spend my time with, or I have nobody to spend my time with. I
yeah,
can spend my time however I like.
yeah. So, um, and this is what I'm saying. You can't. You gotta. The years you spend mad at women, the years you spent mad at yourself, the years you spent mad to the point where you can't enjoy things, are years you're never gonna get back, right? You are allowed to be mad. You're allowed to feel lonely during the holidays. Maybe you're gonna feel like obligated to go see your parents, even though you don't like them that much, or spend all that money on a ticket and give them gifts, and they're gonna be like, "I already got these shoes." Your parents are probably assholes. It happens, right? A lot of us have boomer parents, and boomers don't like their kids that much anyway, right? But at the same time, um, there's a lot of people that wanna meet you. There's probably some women that wanna have sex with you. Don't let the former mess with the latter, right? Keep your hangups apart, but when it's time to show up, show up. Show up for yourself, and realize that there is a lot more lonely people besides you. I've had women come to, my house on Christmas Eve that I wasn't even dating seriously, nothing, drop off like $100, $200 worth of gifts and ask for nothing in return. And I'm like, do you understand how lonely as a woman you have to be to go to a man's house on Christmas Eve, not hang out with your friends, not do stuff with your family, just go to a guy's house who you're not interested in a relationship with, give him all these gifts, walk away. Like that's something that people are trying, man. People are trying to find some kind of connection. So, look at it like this. You just got to get through it. It's not every holidays is going to be perfect. A lot of people are going through their first holidays without a wife, divorced or without family or without, some people are deployed overseas their first Christmas away from family. And I know that may not mean much because it's just Christmas. But to an 18-year-old kid, that might mean everything because Christmas was his favorite time of year. So,
I mean,
yeah.
it's so weird because I've always been very much alone. I'm not gonna linger too much on it, but even to me, Christmas was one of those moments per year where it's like, no, Christmas has something. Christmas is something. I don't like it when stores are open on Christmas. I don't like it when like shit is going out on outside at Christmas. Christmas is just look. Even the Germans and the Belgians could lay down their arms during World War One because it was Christmas.
Yeah. And your
Make
family's annoying.
Yeah, like, it's special, make it special, and if you're alone, like the divorced guy, he's happy he can finally celebrate Christmas the way he wants. Now, I get it if you're lonely, but try to view it from the perspective of you can do whatever you want. You can
Mhm.
celebrate Christmas however you I celebrated Christmas once at a pub in London at an Airbnb. No, not Airbnb. Was a
Look
hostel.
how happy you sound telling this story. You see what I'm saying, guys? It's all about your attitude. Whether it's a
Polish
pub in
Polish
London,
bar chick,
yeah.
and an Irish Irish bloke who just was there. I'm like, don't you have family? He's like, no, don't got me family here. Got nothing to do. So just spend your time at the bar drinking and watching the game. This man, you should have seen him. And we were just sitting there, like leaning in our bar stools, watching whatever was on the telly. And we had a great time. And we ordered food. And I was sitting there with people I don't even know that well. And I had a blast. I had an absolute blast with strangers. Should have made a move on the Polish bar chick. Didn't. Oh well. You live and you learn. Don't be like me, kids. Make a move.
Yeah. And yeah, and then guys, if you want to be unhappy, go on the internet and everyone will tell you their bullshit lonely story because I've got bullshit lonely stories. Everyone's like, I'm lonely too. I'm like, dude, so what, bro? Like life is ups and downs. There's gonna be a time in your life where you're gonna have so much to do and so much people to see and talk to and hang out that want to see you. Hey, bro, let's hang out. You're gonna be like, fuck, I just want to play video games for 1 hour. Can I just have some time to myself? So relish in it and realize that um you're not always gonna get exactly the life conditions you want all the time. You don't like let go of that thing of control. It's not your fault, but it is you get to choose how you see it. And sometimes the holidays ain't so bad, they don't have to be bad. And save some money. Jesus Christ, stop buying all this expensive shit you don't freaking need, man.
Yep. If you're lonely, you don't need that many Christmas lights. You can save up your money.
Yeah,
Happy little lessons from us.
yeah. What's on your Christmas wish list, Jack? What do you want? Dun, 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 dun,
Mm. I'll tell you after the show.
dun.
But okay,
Okay. All right, guys. To my followers, here's what I want. I want a what's the thing with all the buttons where you can press something and it does an automatic function? What is it called? Stream something. Stream Deck. I would like a Stream
oh yeah.
Deck.
hmm
What else would I want? Hmm. I already got the mic. I don't need another mic.
Oh,
I'll let you guys know. I'll give.
a new mic would be nice.
Yeah,
No,
guys.
what I
Jack wants
want,
a new mic.
no, for my Christmas list, the show version, it's actually very simple. A 19-year-old blonde hottie with a small waist, big tits, in black Christmas lingerie. That's what I want. That's all I
Yeah.
want.
Uh,
And a new mic.
You see, this is what I'm saying. This is what's scary about asking for things because there's some nice people out there that be like, "Yeah, I got it for you, bro." And I'm like, "Fuck, how am I gonna give them back what they gave me?" Um, okay, I'll make a wish list, but it'll be cheap stuff, like cheap little things, like maybe something that'll help the stream. I will make a small wish list, and it won't be anything too expensive. Everything under $50. Um, and no, guys, a ticket to see Jack is not cheap, so don't.
That would be
As much as I
awesome.
would like to.
That would be awesome. Mario Galaxy 2 got released. I would like that. That would be cool.
There you go. See, we're getting Jack to open up. He can tell us what he wants and all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's so nice of you, dude. And guys, the streams will be improving. There's going to be more videos, more shorts, more stuff. I'm fully locked in, and yeah. So I appreciate you guys for the support. Uh, I'll tell you this, guys. You're never going to forget your holiday hookups. They're some of the best hookups in your life. Don't tell my girlfriend this, but you're never going to forget them. It's like a spiritual hookup. I don't know how to explain it. But it's like when two lonely people get together and they both understand that they're lonely and they're there on Christmas Eve and they know that they failed in all their relationships, it's the sex is just different. It's almost like we're here to heal each other. I don't But
Yep.
Jackie, can you
Dude,
put it into word? I've never forgotten any of my holiday hookups. Like I
dude,
was like,
two
man, I
fucked
was
up
there, I was
souls make
down.
a hole. Two fucked up souls make a hole. That's
Dude,
how
I've
that feels.
never.
I've been there.
Yep. And it's kind of like you could feel like how sad she is because girls like they all you have is men, man. We have so many things. All women have is men. You know why everyone's shaming porn usage right now? Because that's all women have. They have nothing else. They can
Dude,
watch Netflix
I
all day.
I keep coming back to these women like, "Have you tried putting out more to get your husband off porn?" It's always silent. It's like, huh.
They have to complain about men, lust over men, deny men, talk about men's dicks, what we do with it. They just it'll that's do you want that life? Do you want that prison? Like we have to talk about this stuff because this is our brand. But like off camera, me and Jack go immediately to talking about video games, TCG, anime, and maybe a little bit of our personal problems. But it's just
Personal
we don't
problems.
barely
We're
mention
awesome. We don't have problems.
yeah.
I wish.
But it's just like
Oh god.
but women can never stop talking about men. All most of TikTok's revenue that women make is talking about men.
I know, right? It's good
They
to be a
just
man.
it's their hobby. It's like watching a carpenter make money off his hobby. That's what women do with men,
No, it's
is
good
that's
to
their
be a
hobby.
man. And if you are a 19 to 25-year-old hot blonde with a small waist and big titties and you have Black Christmas lingerie, my DMs are open. Just saying.
Yeah,
Make
blondes
a
look
Christmas
really good
wish
with yeah, blondes look really good with black lingerie.
Mhm.
It's
I
like what
told
they were
you.
designed for. Yeah,
I
they're
told you.
designed.
You're gonna see my
Mhm,
way. I knew it.
mhm. So, interesting.
Strawberry blonde I will accept too. Like ginger, but not too ginger. Makes sense? You know.
Yeah, but brown lingerie, not so good for blondes for some reason.
No,
Don't
no,
like
no,
it.
no.
Actually, brown lingerie in general, I don't like, as a color. I'm more of a color guy. And
Mm.
also, for me, gym clothing, hmm, gym clothing is hotter than lingerie
Really?
for me. Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's something where women are so fat that just to see gym clothing, I'm just
I know exactly
yeah.
what you're doing. You're just saying gym clothing is hot, and then the girls are gonna be like, "Oh, I bought gym clothing." Well, now you have to use it. Damn it! You got them.
Well,
Damn it! He got me.
there's a study. Yeah, there's a study done once that women that when people wear gym clothing during the day, they're more likely to work out. I'm like, shouldn't you already like been convinced that you're gonna work out that day? But whatever.
Mm. No, correct.
All right. So guys, if there's no more super chats or anything, we'll wrap up. Jack, closing thoughts, and where can we find you?
Closing thoughts. Um, Not to be a downer or whatever thing, guys, loneliness is truly a big issue, especially during the holidays. If you're listening to this, I already told you, you're not alone. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and there's also optimism to be found in this situation, which is you are alone, therefore can do whatever you want. You have nobody dictating what you must do. You have nobody dictating what you can eat, what you can watch, who you spend your time with. You have absolute freedom over the decisions you can make during this period of time. And there's joy in that. As for me, my channel will be in the chat. We just passed 3,900, which I'm very happy about. My latest essay is actually about loneliness and what you can do about it. It's not what you expect, in all honesty. It's what I did when I found myself in a country I don't know the language, I don't know any people, and I am a complete stranger. And that's what I did to garner a social circle that has now helped me get an apartment for cheap when I'm going back to Batumi. So please go check that out. And of course, on women, 200 pages of condensed red pill lessons, successes and failures, and notes swapped, all here with a beautiful cover by Ryan Stone and forward by Rob. And that's my shilling.
All righty. Um, guys, I put my Substack in the chat. I have a latest video why women don't care or why men don't care about women's degrees. Expect more videos like that, maybe 2 a week. thank you guys for the support. The channel's doing really good right now, so I appreciate you guys. In terms of holiday loneliness, your life is ups and downs, man. You're gonna be lonely sometimes. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna be wanting to be alone sometimes, and sometimes you're just like happy where you're at, right? You're gonna love your future family if you have one, but you're always gonna look back at the days where you had no one to worry about but yourself, and you're gonna look at them fondly. So, maybe it's not so bad. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. And subscribe and like to the channel if you and like the video if you haven't already. Comment below how you get through your loneliness, and how do you get laid during the holidays? What's your method, right? And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.